Good morning to those of you in America, afternoon for South Africa, and I hope you're still sleeping if you're in the rest of the world. I didn't do yesterday. We went to a braai and it ran late, so I did so in the morning. I'm going to show you what I made. Like I said before, I'm busy doing all the Christmas prep. So you can call it a gift to November, but you can also just call it being prepared because I don't want to rush around making Christmas presents in December. So the first thing I made is this little bag. I love making these bags. This is a piece of fabric that my friend got me. She went to market and they had, hi, good morning, Becky. Morning, Anne. I'm so glad to see you guys here. So my friend went to a market in Omaha, if I remember right, and then this guy was selling all his scraps. He was an upholsterer. So she got me some scraps, and I love this. So what I'm doing is making bags like this. Hi, Debbie. So it's just like that, and I gave this one a bottom. Usually I just fold it and give it like a corner. And then what you do is you fold it over. And my sister's going to use these as gifts, as corporate gifts. So instead of buying a Christmas bag or whatever, this is something you can put a pot plant in or use for whatever you want to. And we just put some goodies in there. So there's some of these. It starts at the beginning. So in South Africa, we have biltong. Love biltong. It is like dried. It's almost like beef jerky. I just like it more. There's less spices and in than beef jerky. So this is like, this one is the beef snack sticks. And hi, Debbie. And then this one is chili nibbles. And these are tropical mix. So it's like guava and I think pineapple. And I can't remember what other things. Oh, I can see on the back. Ingredients. Papaya, cane sugar, citric acid, preservatives, pineapple cubes, strawberry flavored cubes. So it's basically fruit that's pressed together and that's put in a bag like this. And then this is dried sausage and it's also quite spicy. This one is made out of, it's just plain beef. And then every bag's going to get one of these wafer sticks. So it's wafers with chocolate in. I love this stuff. Oh my goodness. You can maybe say I'm addicted, but I'm not going to call it that. So yeah, she's just going to do these gift bags for her clients. And I just need to make a few more. And then it will be like that. And we'll just put some tissue paper on top. So I've done this yesterday. And like I said, my sister is really chuffed with it. And then today, I need to make some bags. So two of her friends are male. And she wants to, we have a whiskey here. I can't remember what it's called. It's quite a nice one. And she wants to give them each a bottle of whiskey. So I'm busy making bags for the bottles of whiskey to go into it. I'm still trying to use up all my scraps. I'm really on a scrap busting mission. So my first step is just to sew these two pieces together. And this is going to give me 2 bags. What are you guys working on today? Yeah, I am. You know, it's taking up unnecessary space in my sewing room. Sewing room space is for me, it's like prime property. And I can't bring in more fabric if I don't get some of the stuff used up. You crocheting coasters. And the last for a set of 6. Oh, that's going to be nice, Becky. So yes, my aim is to make space for new things in the new year. And I won't be able to do that if I don't finish some things now. Where's my scissors? Over here. Yes. Love my wheelie chair. Okay, so I've got this piece now. I'm just going to cut it in half. Actually, I can sew this side up as well. And then I can cut it in half and sew the 2 sides up. You're working on your sewing room. I remember, Anne, you said you were busy setting up your sewing room and you and your husband are working on it. How's it going? Oh, Ruth, you're still knitting. How far are you? Have you finished the neck yet, or are you still on the sleeves? I think you were. You said you were on the sleeves the last time, or was it the? No, you were on this part of the sleeves. Hi, Jeremy. Oh no, was there a cockroach? I'm so sorry. Um, Debbie, Anne, you finished the other pair of PJ bottoms, so you're taking this appointment. See everyone, I'm working on fixing a crocheted bear. Oh, this morning off. You have a doctor's appointment. Okay. Elizabeth, hi. Oh, okay. I hope you're okay, Diane. Please look after yourself. And you're fixing a crocheted bear. Okay, that sounds like fun as well. Shaping toes on socks. Ruth, oh my goodness. That is my least favorite thing at the moment. I'm still working on the socks that I showed in January. Maybe I should sit one day and finish them. I've now finished the cuff on it. You're about 1/3. Okay. Let me just see. Oh, of the jersey. Yes, you're doing the jersey. Okay, just to check up. Hi Jeremy, dit gaan goed, dankie. So it sounds to me Jeremy is Afrikaans and he's heard my accent. You recognize Afrikaans people all over the world because we have a very specific accent. And yeah, Debbie, you're cutting out mode. Cut out several book pouches yesterday and laying out a skirt today. Wow, Debbie. Well done. I need to make more book patches, actually, as I'm thinking about it. Because that's also a nice gift. What are you sewing on, Jeremy? Or crocheting or knitting, or you can even be painting if that is your thing. But this hour is for getting all the stuff done that you never get around to, or just to inspire each other to get some work finished. Christina, hi Christina, how are you? So with these bags, I will sew up the other side, then I will overlock them. Oh, thank you, Jeremy, because you know I do block people if they are trolling. But I'm very happy you are here. Is that what you do for fun, trolling people, or do you have other hobbies as well? Oh, Christian, I'm so sorry. Firstly, I'm dyslexic, and secondly, I cannot see properly. So my dyslexic brain fills in the spaces. Hi, Christian. Welcome over here. What are you working on today? So there's some people knitting socks, and there's others knitting on a jersey, and someone. I'm from South Africa. I see Jeremy's also from South Africa. I've just worked this wrong. No, don't worry. I think it's quite funny. I've made some serious mess-ups in my life, and I've learned to laugh about it. I call it creative spelling, but also creative reading some days. So you also struggle with dyslexia. Yeah. It's not fun, but it's just part of life. And at least there's more acknowledgement of it. When I was at school, I was just labeled as dumb. At least now there's a place for, oh, okay, it's dyslexia. That person is fine. Okay, I've just done it wrong, so I need to redo it. I'm making... Are you also... Oh, you... Sorry. So, welcome. You're also from South Africa. Awesome. Do you do any handwork like knitting, crocheting, sewing, even painting? Hi, Cheryl. You are here today. You're knitting on a jumper and you almost finished with your shirt you mentioned yesterday. That is so awesome. But you have been really good at finishing stuff lately. I'm really inspired. I was watching your video the other day, and you're from KY. It is. You did tell me last time, Kansas, I think. These letters sometimes gets me confused. Oh, wonderful. That's exciting. I don't think there's any gamers over here, but it's nice to meet you over here. Cheryl from Bluegrass Dreams. Yes. Kentucky. Oh, sorry. One day I'm going to get all of this right. KY is Kentucky. Yes. Oh, I have been looking at the map and looking, like going on Google and looking up every place. And oh my goodness, there's some beautiful places in the US. There's some beautiful places in South Africa as well. But I sometimes feel like I am visiting all over the world with these live streams. Oh, okay, you live in Kyalami. Cool. I used to work close to there in the 90s. But I was there the other day and I couldn't believe how much it's changed. Okay, I'm now going to overlock. So like I said, I'm making bags for whiskey that my sister wants to give to some of her clients. So for those of you from America, Kyalami, oh, I didn't realize that. I haven't watched the videos for a while now. I've just been a bit busy, but I love their work. Oh, and their designs are just beautiful. So for those of you who are not from South Africa, Kyalami is close to Midrand, which is close to Johannesburg. Or it's between Pretoria and Johannesburg. It's actually closer to Pretoria than Johannesburg. And it's quite I think the Mall of Africa is there as well, which is very interesting. So it's one of the biggest malls. Yeah, so I see Christian is from there. Oh, you have been to the Mall of Africa. Oh, cool. Thank you, Christian. That would be so nice. Thank you so much. Yeah, I do go out live every day around this time. I'm trying to go every day on for 30 days. So I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye. Thank you for visiting. Still need to overlock that seam. Did any of you sew yesterday or done some work yesterday? Like I said earlier, I don't know if everybody saw or was available. Bluegrass Dreams, you started quilting for a Christmas jacket sometime today. Oh, that sounds interesting. Is that from that jelly roll? Or I think you showed us some blocks the other day that you were not sure what you wanted. I think it was a jelly roll. No, is it called jelly roll? I think so. But are you working on that roll or that samples you got at that one where you went with your friends? Okay, Cheryl from Bluegrass Dreams is a YouTube channel, and I love her channel. She is so prolific in sewing and knitting. Oh yes, that jelly roll. And knitting, and she does some quilting, and she also loves making lace, insertion lace things. We are still trying to find a time where we can do a collaboration together. We'll keep you guys all informed. And if you're not watching her channel yet, please go over and see what she's up to. It is really, she is such a darling. I love watching her, and she's so knowledgeable. Okay, Anne, you said you wanted to make a Jaden. Thank you so much, Jaden. Welcome here. Do you do any handwork or anything like that? Or do you paint? We do this live so that we can all get our sewing and knitting and projects done that have been floating around. You're welcome, Cheryl. Your channel is really one of my favorites. I always make a plan of watching it. Okay, you sewed the PJ pants, you cut out a pattern and did some basic alterations to the pattern. Wow, Diane, you have really been on a roll over there. From saying you struggle to get stuff done, you've now done 2 pairs of PJs and you've cut out a new thing. That is so awesome. Oh, I wanted to show you guys. So to get the bottom to be square, I don't want it to be just flat. I'm sure you know it, but just for those of you who don't, you let the 2 seams meet up, and then I am just going to go like this and sew it down, just sew straight. So I'm just making a line so I know where to sew, and I'm going to do the same on the other side, and that gives me like a square bottom, so it kind of stands. And then I'm going to do the same amount on the other side. And now it is time to turn the whole thing around. I'm just going to push the corners out. And that gives you like a square bottom, but this one is too small. I want it a bit bigger. Becky, you're planning to sew your husband a new comfy robe for Christmas, as the one he has now you've made 20 years ago. I think he deserves a new. Oh, I agree. Oh, that is so special. What type of fabric are you using for that? Are you using fleece or a cotton knit, like toweling? I would really be interested to hear what you're using. Fleece. So it's going to be so nice and warm and comfy. Oh, that's going to be so special. Yes, they are. So I only have this one. This was, yes. So this was my granny's knitting, one of my granny's knitting needles. And I inherited all her knitting needles. And there was just this one in my bag. And I thought, I mostly now knit with circular needles. I do have a few straight needles. But I gave them to my mom because she's knitting bed socks for people in the old age home. Oh, speaking of which, my mom, it's her birthday. So she saw my last live. Oh, she's so sweet. And she said, I saw that you're going to make pot holders. I please want them for my birthday. So she's turning 80 in December. We're all going up for her birthday. And I was saying I want to make pot holders and put the wool inside, because the wool doesn't shrink in like batting does when you have hard surfaces. And so I spoke to her this morning, and she's like, I want the pot holders. So these are going to be for my mom for her birthday. She knows about them, and that's fine. And I want to make them not too big, but big enough so she doesn't burn her hands, because she bakes. We call it biscuit for those South Africans of you that's here. So biscuit is like a sweet bread that we then cut up in pieces and dry out in the oven. And I know for some people it freaks them out, but then we dip it in our coffee. Oh, it's the best. I love. For me, the best thing is that biscuit when it comes out of the oven, or we call it rusk is another word. You can go and Google rusks. And my mom made one with anise. Oh, it's my favorite. Okay, yeah, it's almost like biscotti, but these are big. It's like pieces like these, and you dip them in your coffee. Debbie, you said you have one out of control fabric stash. You want a bit crazy thrifting fabric, sheets, duvets, etc. I'm not sure I will live long enough to use it all, but finally, thank you very much. I'm making a start. Debbie, I am so proud of you. You keep going, girl. We are not going to let our fabric stashes overwhelm us. Ooh, I've had that before as well. So, I don't have rusks in the house. I'll go and get some. There's a make called Oma rusk. It's not as nice as my mom's. So Oma is grandma, but I'm sure you know. I'll go and get some, and I'll show you guys next time. Because they okay. If I can't have my mom's, I don't mind those. They're quite nice, but oh, they're the best. And then, like I said, you dip them in your coffee, or I would dip them sometimes in a glass of milk, which is just as nice. Okay, let's try again. See where we are. Push it out. Oosh. Use the head of the needle, not the front of the needle. Yes, this is better. Yeah, that's true. So Diane said, Debbie, you're doing so well. You can always send some back to the thrift store if you feel overwhelmed. That's what I did with a lot of fabrics I knew I wouldn't use. Yeah, I've also done that when I moved. I gave some away, quite a lot, but I also sold some off, and it was quite nice. I sold them in my village, but you can do it on Facebook Marketplace or one of those places. Okay, so now we're here. The bottom looks like that. It's now squared up. Let's make a handle. I want 2 handles. Just find it. A bottle of whiskey, and then it's still going to get a seam at the top, and I don't want the whiskey to stick out, so it's for a Christmas present for some of my friends' clients, and so it's going to have 2 little handles. I'll still iron it afterwards, and then the whiskey will fit in it. You just carry it like this, and they can always use it when they go to, like, if you go to like a braai, we call it a barbecue, and then they can go and you reuse them. Okay, what did you say? You said you love peppermint Christmas candy. That sounds nice. I am not a big fan of peppermint any candy. In South Africa, we get a thing called arrow, and they put peppermint inside of the arrow. It is like, oh, ribbon candy is hard to find nowadays. Oh, that's what I answered. You like ribbon candy. I found them in like a vintage store when I was in America. Um, but back to the peppermint crisp. So they put peppermint inside of the chocolate, and I hate it. It's like brushing your teeth and eating chocolate. But a lot of people love it. I don't mind the peppermint crisp tart. We do make those, which are so nice, but I don't like peppermint crisp chocolate. Yes, I also like them both on their own, but not together. I'm just making the little handle here. I've seen that at Cracker Barrels when I was there. And then, so Anne said you find the old-fashioned ribbon candy at Cracker Barrel's store in the US around the holidays. And then Cheryl said, I used to make all sorts of cookies for Christmas. My mom and I would bake these a few days prior to Christmas. So we also, my mom would also bake a lot of cookies just before, like in November, she would bake them. And then usually over Christmas, we would go on holiday, or not always, but like once every 4 years, we would go to the coast because we lived really far from the coast. And it was so nice. So she would bake all these cookies, and in the mornings you would go to the beach, and then when you get back from the beach, you will have coffee and rusks and cookies. It was the best. Guns and toys sorted. Hi there. I'm not sure who you are, but welcome over here. Okay, so Becky, you said it is, wait, let me just see, I've missed some Christmas cookies. So Becky, you said that's exactly what peppermint bark is. So I don't like peppermint bark. Oh, okay, so, oh, I remember. Welcome. Oh, you look so cool in your waistcoat. May I tell the ladies who you are? You can let me know. Otherwise, I won't. But I must say, ladies, Guns and Toys is one of my most favorite human beings. I love spending time. Oh, hi, Nick Sapphire. Got it. Okay, there's now. So every so often YouTube decides that there's a. Let's see if it can go. So Diane just greeted. And, I don't know how to. I'm going to call you Naya because I don't know how to pronounce it. So Diane said hello, Naya, because YouTube decided it's not appropriate language. I don't know why. So yes, these are two of my favorite human beings. You guys can say hello to them. They are so cool. Nixie. Okay, hi Nixie. So again, doesn't want to show. I'm so sorry. I don't know why YouTube decided to flag this because there's nothing inappropriate there. But yes, this is fun. I really love these getting together with everybody. It is just so special. So now for the top. Yes, thank you. I'm so glad to see you guys here. For the top, I fold over the seam like that, and now I'm going to fold it over again, and that just encase the seam, and then I'm going to put my straps inside there like this, fold them up and sew them down, and that way they won't go anywhere. Thank you, Nixie. I really am having fun here. I'm making, so for my sister has a business and she needs to give corporate gifts. And everybody, I don't know about you guys, but budgets are tight everywhere that I look. So I said, well, I'll make you some bags and stuff, and then you can put just the things inside. Because buying a basket and then buying the cellophane to cover the basket, it gets really expensive. So I'm having a lot of fun using up all my scraps, and she's excited about not having to buy extra stuff, just having to buy the stuff that has to go inside. And so everybody's winning on this one. And yeah, I think it's one of the best things is handmade Christmas gifts. Okay, wait. Just done it wrong again. I still want to make a few bags, like makeup bags, that I can use as gift for friends as well. And then I might crochet some face gloves, because I do have some cotton yarn, and just put the face gloves inside of the makeup bags. I think that could also be a very nice gift. Yeah, Becky, I've seen some of your things that you use as reusable packaging, and it's really brilliant. I've also in the past used scraps to cover presents and then just put a nice ribbon. It's called Salbo mittens. So it's a Norwegian one. Don't have them, it's still in England, my mittens that I have. But yeah, it was, or you can call it colorwork mittens, but it's a Norwegian pattern that I found on what do you call that, Pinterest. If you look on Pinterest for Salbo mittens or colorwork mittens, there's some really lovely ones. And I just found a free pattern and I knitted that. Are you wanting to knit some? Okay, this one is done. And now I'm just going to lift up the handle and sew it down here at the top as well. Yeah, just ask the person you're going to open my suitcase. They're in my suitcase, so you can use them over there. Your youngest loved these while in Iceland. I thought I surprised her with a gift. Oh, Cheryl, that would be so nice. Yo, that would be amazing. Okay, let me just sew this down. Yeah, I love the Norwegian and the Icelandic mittens. They are to die for. They are really beautiful. And if you go and look at the, I think it's Lapland, Lithuania, no, one of those, it's not with LU. They also have some beautiful beautiful patterns of that type of mittens, but their stitch count is really small. They knitted on a size 1, if I remember right. Mine I knitted on a size 4 needle, but those were knitted on a size 1, and I used, what's that Icelandic yarn? Let Lopi, if I remember right. Yeah, I did use Let Lopi. I'm sure you can use any, but they do want a toofy yarn, otherwise the color work doesn't spread nicely. Okay, our first one is done. I just need to iron it, and it's got a little handle at the top. Let's make the other one. And I think Let Lopi is Icelandic yarn as well. And I know there is places in America that sells it. Okay, done the bottom. Let's turn it around. Actually, I just want to do the straps as well. Bloutolopi right now for a jumper. Oh, I've been wanting Bloutolopi yarn. Oh, yeah, it's not cheap, but oh, it's beautiful. Again, fold it over on both sides like that, fold it in, and sew it all the way to the bottom. I would like to know, those of you who do knit, what is your favorite yarns to knit with? And are you a yarn snob? Or is any yarn okay for you? I must say, because I have such tactile intolerance, I might be classified as a yarn snob, because I really don't like the feeling of synthetic yarns through my fingers. Some is okay. Like we have one called Gold, which I like. But I'm very picky with that. But I love the feeling of wool. I love the feeling of alpaca. I find cashmere is nice, but it's too fluffy. It makes my nose itch. And then I also don't mind cotton yarn. I just find it quite hard on my hands. Linen the same. I knitted a shawl with silk merino, which was so nice. And then some of the really rustic breeds, I find I don't mind too much knitting with that yarn, but I don't want to make anything more than just maybe a hat or something. Are you also a yarn snob? Yeah. You know, my thing always is, if I'm going to spend so much time knitting a jersey, for example, then I really want to knit it out of good yarn. Oh, Bubbles. Come here, so Bubbles is getting better. And I love these floors, because sometimes he's trying to run away from me. Look at him. He's so cute. He's getting better, but he still goes around screaming at me. So it tells me he's not completely sorted yet, but we're working on it. And he's now here because he wants me to go and put clean food in, or new food in his dish. There's a lot of food, but he wants new food. Because any of you also have cats like that who is just such drama queens. This one, he's so cute, but my goodness, he's worse than Pinky, who's a girl. I must say, if I knit for other people, which I don't often do because um, fresh on top. I don't understand, Becky. Did I forget something? Yes. Of a cat is a drama queen. Oh, that's true. You know, your one was also quite a drama queen. So, Guns and your cats. Oh, yes. Fresh on top. You're right. They are, yeah. I mean, your two as well. I've seen them. uh, no, but they are so cute. So funny. The dog, you will eat whatever. The cats, it's like, are you feeding me that? You sure you call that food? How many of you do have cats that's watching at the moment? Or if you watch later? That's also a question I was wondering. Are you a cat person or more of a dog person? I know for some people, they're dog people because they are allergic to cats. And I'm so thankful you have 5. Oh, you've got 5. I've only seen 2 of them. That big, fluffy, black and white one is my favorite. What's his name? He's so sweet. Oh, Bubbles. Stop. Come here. He's now sitting right there and screaming at me. Howdy. Oh, cute. That is the cutest name for a cat. Howdy, I'm here. Howdy, love me. So I found that other one where I folded double and then put the things in. It was a bit too thick at some places. So this one I'm not going to fold it in. A Bengal. Oh, wow. Oh, the Bengals are gorgeous, Cheryl. Lucy. Oh. I think Bubbles have some ragdoll in him because when you pick him up, he just kind of goes limp. But, oh, they are gorgeous cats, yes. Pinky is just a cat. They're both rescues. Oh, it's a rescue cat. Oh, wow. This one is also finished. Thank you, and yeah, I love my cats. And the dog. Valentina is just as cute. They are so cute. Do you have cats, Anne? Okay, this one is done. And now, speaking of the dog, he goes to daycare. And at daycare, he's got two girls working with him on a regular basis. And so I am making, they're also going to get a gift bag. So I'm making their bags out of this fabric. And then it's going to be like a tote bag. Oh, I need to change the cotton first. So we're going to finish these two bags as well, because they are quick and easy. Oh, that looks like navy. It is navy. Okay. There we go. Let's find my thing of cotton again. Thank you, Anne. I love those bags. They came out really nice. And they're going to look nice with the whiskey in for gifts. Yeah, I sometimes struggle for men, especially if you don't know them. For women, you can give them like smellies, like hand cream and stuff like that, and a chocolate. But a lot of men find it quite difficult to give gifts to. So that's done. Let's sew these together. First things first. Oh, bubbles. Stop it. That's true. Yeah, South Africa, with having summer Christmases, people don't, nobody really appreciated like knitted things, like warm knitted things. Oh no. Oh, that's so sad, Anne. So Anne says you also like cats, but you don't have one at present. Yours disappeared when your neighbors moved. Yeah, one of my cats also disappeared. So heartbreaking. So Becky, you say you finish your coasters and put a picture on the community. Oh, thank you. I'll go and have a look. Oh, yes. Okay. Guns and toys. You say your Christmas currently is going to be very wet where you stay. Yeah, that's true. And Anne, yes, I was heartbroken. Oh, I'm so sorry, Anne. That is really, oh, it's the worst thing ever. And also, you always wonder what happened to them. Oh no, I'm really sorry. I can still handle it if I know what happened to my cat, but if you don't know, that is the worst. These ones are literally just plain tote bags. Both of them, and then just overlap them all. Yes, I know. That is so true. You always hope that nothing bad happened to them. And I don't know, it took me about 4 years before I stopped looking for my cat. We did have a massive eagle owl living close by. And a friend of mine told me years later she did find some droppings from the eagle owl with orange fur in it. So I think he was eaten in the end, but it was horrible. So yes, I totally understand. Then let's do this. And now it is time to sew the straps. These, yeah, that's part of my, yeah, it can work. And again, for the straps, I fold them over 1 centimeter, and then I'm just going to bring them all together. Like this, and over there, and then fold it. And then I'll keep my finger in there and just keep on folding it as I go. So I need straps for 2 bags. I'm just making a long strip that I'm just going to cut in 4, and that will make my straps for those bags. Okay, that's done. And to make the straps, I'm going to fold it, cut it, and fold it again like this. Okay, and that's my straps. Let's see what the time is. Okay, I need to overlock. Let's do that. Look at Bubbles over there. He's now decided he's just going to lie down there. If his mom doesn't want to feed him, he will just lie there and stare at her until she listens. Sorry, guys. Where will I put you? I think I will put you on the floor. I forgot this table makes such a... It wiggles. I hope nobody got seasick in that process. Because if it was me, I would be seasick by now. Okay. Let's put you over there on the floor. How's that? I think that works. Oh, did I? Yeah, that will work. I'm rattling and rolling, you're right. And Mr. G, it sounds like you got really seasick over there. So sorry. Okay, so this one I'm just going to sew like this, and then on that side as well. I had to give it a seam on that side and on that side. Yes, fun with friends. We don't go on roller coasters. We just watch Katinka sewing with her overlocker on a table, and then you get the same sinking feeling. Yeah, it feels like a roller coaster. Debbie, made you think of the old exercise machine with a bell to shake you all around. I've seen those like in the 60s. They were quite interesting. I'm going to put you over there. We're moving over to this one now. Let's flip this out because we're almost at the end of our time. But I do want to finish another one before I go. So I can say I finished 3 things. That's done. Let's sew the straps on the top. This was a piece, this was like a mock-up for a dress. So sadly, this piece was cut on the bias, and you can see it's like folding, but we'll just fold it in and sew it down and it should be fine. I think that worked, yes. and then the handle this side. Then over there. There we go. Now, who's that? Oh, Cheryl. You see? No? I see there's another message. That's no. Got it. Okay. Becky, I don't know. It's not it's showing you. Show? Nope. It says the whole time it says another moderator is doing this. Maybe Gans, you can help me with that later on. Okay, you said your husband's aunt had one of those hip jiggling machines. It was still in the garage. Oh wow. And then it looks like Cheryl said she's going. Okay, bye Cheryl. Thank you for staying with us. And then Debbie made me feel okay. Okay. So thank you. I really appreciate that. I'll have a look at the automotive thing and see what it says. And let's do this. I'm going to be really chuffed if I can finish this bag. Then just go right around. It's done. Look, I have done this one and two of these. Have you guys finished what you were planning on doing? And we're only 3 minutes over the normal time. So I want to thank all of you for coming along today and spending time with me while we are doing a marathon sewing session. I think I'm going to sit and do a bit more just to finish this bag as well. Yes, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Just a reminder, most likely Friday and thank you, Diane. Friday and Saturday I won't have a live. I'll still sew and I'll try, and I won't be able. Oh, that's nice, Becky. You're going to take care and you will see us tomorrow and you will cut out some things. So, yeah, there won't be a live on Friday and Saturday. Becky, I might contact you. Maybe you want to do a live in this time frame. I don't know if you want to, because I see there is a way of contributing, but I must just see, because we'll talk about it. Okay, see you guys tomorrow. Bye.